The scandal-plagued New York and London arms of the Hillsong Church will be taken over by two young Australian couples, after founder Brian Houston announced plans to be less involved in the church. Carl Lentz was last year sacked as head of the New York church amid revelations he was using Hillsong money to fund his lavish lifestyle, while also cheating. The rising star of the megachurch became close friends with celebrity worshippers such as pop stars Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, basketball star Kevin Durant and actress Vanessa Hudgens. During his time as Hillsong's head pastor in the church's Australian-born founder Houston's decision to sack Lentz from his role was this week, followed by him making the call to move on Gary Clark as lead pastor of the London campus, into a role as head of the church in the UK and Europe. In their place, Houston announced a glamorous couple from Victoria would be taking over London, while a Perth family will be taking over from the disgraced Lentz. In a leaked email last year, Houston admitted that Lentz had not created a caring or healthy environment for parishioners. In a follow-up letter to members of the East Coast chapter of the church, Houston said he was very sad to have to sack Lentz but put the decision down to leadership issues and breaches of trust, plus a recent revelation of more. I know this will come as a shock to you, but please know that this action was not one made lightly and was done in the best interests of everyone, including Pastor Carl. Krishan Jairatnam and his wife Danielle joined Hillsong in its early days as a small church and share this article. Houston said the couple, who have 4 young girls and have been in charge of the Perth and Bali chapters of the church over recent years, were strong candidates to put the church back. The decision to move Mr. Clark on from his role as lead pastor in London comes just months after he was criticized by Houston over his comments about George Floyd. At the time, Clark, also originally from Australia, said during a service he did not want to be commenting on the Black Lives Matter issue, as he didn't best for me to be railing as a pastor about something that's going on in another country. I'm not really sure that's going to help anyone. In response, Houston said that Hillsong was firmly opposed to racism. I was disappointed to learn today that comments were made by one of our pastors in last weekend's UK online service, which I'm sure he deeply regrets, have caused hurt and offense, and for that I am deeply sorry. Mr. Clark and his wife Kathy will be moved into a role overseeing the church across both the UK. Taking over in London will be glamorous couple Tim and Danielle Douglas, who in recent years have been leading the church in Victoria and Tasmania. The couple have been together for more than 16 years and have 3 young kids. Mrs. Douglas is from the UK originally, and Houston told those gathered at Sunday's service she was looking forward to return. Houston told parishioners it was part of his plan to put younger leaders in place as he and wife Bobby close in on their 70th. At the same service on Sunday, Houston also announced he and his wife would be aiming to take a reduced role across the church in coming years. It's virtually impossible, unsustainable for us to lead everything that we're leading right now, so over these next few years, I would really like to put in place younger leaders in Australia and younger leaders around the globe. Bobby and I aren't going anywhere. I'm not putting any time on this. We're definitely not retiring. We'll be around, but I do think it's the right season for us to look at a whole new season for us personally. Hillsong was founded in the Hills district of Sydney in 1983 and has more than 28 churches in Australia, and more than 100 around the world.